Yeah, what's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's cracking? Percolating really good. This man Theo Butler. Yeah, we in here. We in here. We in here for a woke time. We in here for a woke time, not to be confused with a long time. We in here for a woke time. What's going on? Come on, yo. I see you in here, big dog. Definitely appreciate you popping up and everything like that. Yeah, we in here for a woke time. This is truly a woke video. It is. It's a woke video. I see folks using the term all over the place and everything like that. And this here is a woke video. You saw the thumbnail, and you saw what destroying the legacy. That wasn't the original title of the thumbnail. It wasn't. It was the deconstruction of black characters. And then I said to myself, something said, Theo, wait. Something said, Theo, wait. That ain't, you might need to check that, verify that. You want to make sure you're using the accurate word. You don't want to just be saying something, trying to say something. You want to be saying, you know what I said, you know what, you're absolutely right. Let me make sure I know what I'm saying before I just say some stuff, because there's too many people, rocking with your boy. So I said, okay, well, let me take a look at this and everything like that right there. I should know this. I'm a, English major. Character deconstruction in a creative context involves taking a character trope or archetype and examining it critically, often by subverting or deconstructing it to explore new perspectives or themes. All right. And if I'm fair, and I look at what I've been looking at, I don't think that necessarily applies when I think deconstruct. Let me see here. Here's a breakdown of what character deconstruction entails. Critical examination. It's not just about tearing down characters, but rather about analyzing and questioning the underlying assumptions and expectations associated with them. All right. Subversion of tropes. Deconstruction frequently involves flipping or challenging common character tropes like the hero or villain archetypes to explore more complex or nuanced portrayals. Well, that would be character development right there. Grand Madame Tarot would call that the hero's journey. Yep. Okay. Exploring nuance and complexity. By deconstructing characters, writers can delve into the motivations, flaws, and contradictions within them, creating more realistic and relatable characters. Oh, okay. All right. Now, okay. All right. Well, clearly that ain't what this video would have been about. Nah. And I just, because I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about. Examples. A hero character might be shown to have flaws or make mistakes, or a villain might have a complex backstory or justifiable cause, even if their actions are harmful. All right. A character who is typically seen as good might be portrayed as having a dark side or making questionable choices. Okay, all right. Purpose: to challenge expectations. Deconstruction can disrupt audience expectations and force them to reconsider their assumptions about characters and stories. To explore complex themes. By deconstructing characters, writers can explore more complex and thought-provoking themes such as morality, power, and identity. To create more realistic and relatable characters. By showing the flaws and contradictions within characters, writers can create characters that feel more human and relatable. Yeah, that clearly ain't what this about. That clearly ain't what this about. So I said, you know what? Let me search what I really do mean. Destroying the legacy of a character. Yeah, that's how we got to the title for the thumbnail, because I wanted to make sure I was being accurate in what I was saying. And when I researched destroying the legacy of a character, refers to actions or narratives that undermine or diminish a character's established reputation, positive traits, and overall significance within a story or media franchise, often leading to fan backlash. Here's a breakdown of what it entails. I didn't write this. Undermining established traits. This involves writers or storytellers making a character act in ways that contradict their core personality or established history, leading to a sense of betrayal or disappointment among fans. Character assassination. This is a deliberate and sustained effort to damage a character's reputation or credibility, often through negative portrayals or actions. I didn't write this. I'm reading this. Ignoring fan expectations. When the character's development or actions go against what fans have come to expect or love about them, it can lead to a feeling of their legacy being destroyed. I didn't write this. This is my very first time coming across this. Unnecessary deaths or retcons. Killing off beloved characters or making drastic changes to their backstory or abilities without proper context or justification can also be seen as destroying their legacy. Once again, I did not write this. I didn't write this. I can't even take credit for this. I can't. I can't. Examples. Han Solo's death. Wow. In The Force Awakens, the death of Han Solo, a beloved character from the original Star Wars trilogy, was met with mixed reactions, with some fans viewing it as a way of destroying his legacy. That's crazy. Luke Skywalker's arc in The Last Jedi. Some fans felt that Luke Skywalker's portrayal in The Last Jedi deviated from his established character arc, leading to criticism of his character development. Wow, that's crazy. John Connor's death in Terminator Dark Fate. The death of John Connor, a key character from the Terminator franchise, was met with negative reactions from fans who felt it was a poor way to end his story. Damn. Joel's death in The Last Part of Us. Part 2. I'm sorry. Joel's death in The Last of Us Part 2. I didn't even watch that series. The death of Joel, a beloved character from The Last of Us, was met with controversy, with some fans feeling it was a way of destroying his legacy. That's interesting. Make sure I get these notifications down and everything like that right there. Reasons for legacy destruction. Lack of planning. Sometimes writers or storytellers may not have a clear vision for a character's long-term arc, leading to inconsistent or damaging decisions. Pressure to stay relevant. In order to keep a franchise or series popular, writers may feel pressure to make drastic changes or kill off beloved characters, even if it means sacrificing the character's legacy. Crazy. Poor writing. Sometimes the decision to destroy a character's legacy can simply be a result of poor writing or storytelling choices. Yeah, that's what this video is about. That's what this video is about right here. It's not about deconstruction. I want to make sure we don't use that word like that going forward. Oh no. So I'll apologize for taking so long to get where I want to go, but I just want to make sure we knew what we were talking about, or at the very least knew where I was headed. And by the way, if this is your first time rocking with your boy, Rock With Me Nation and everything like that, please hit that like button if you don't mind. If you ain't got, before you forget, hit that like button. And then, if you stick around long enough, you picking up what a brother putting down, as my brother Darren would say, put something in a brother bucket, or go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you nothing. It don't, absolutely free. You get what you get. We're gonna give you what you're looking for. Black superhero knowledge all day, every day, twice on Sunday. So, destroying the legacy. This is some great coffee. You know who picture I ain't put in that thumbnail? And I didn't do it for a reason. I'm asking that question, and I just want us to think about it. Because I'm definitely finna talk about somebody's legacy. Before I do that, though, do y'all remember Paul Bunyan? Y'all remember Johnny Appleseed? Do you? Do you know who John Henry Irons is based off of? That character, you know his name come from? Just ask the question. You probably know Johnny Appleseed and Paul Bunyan more than you know John Henry, don't you? I bet if you ask somebody if they knew who John Henry was, they wouldn't think about the guy, the big dude that challenged the train. They wouldn't think about him. No, they wouldn't. They would go straight to the comic books. Wonder why that is. Wonder why that is. The legacy. I want to act. I got Byron Williams over there in California. He didn't say it coming, everything like that. Wanted to act. I love talking sports. I do. I absolutely do. You can't tell. You cannot tell it unless me and you have an actual conversation. Then you'll get my passion for sports. But no, it's not it. Legacy. What is that? Legacy. Legacy. It's crazy. I have a superhero team that I created. And they go through 2 iterations. Their first name is called the New Breed because they're a new breed of superheroes and everything like that. Basically, it's an invert of every other superhero team you've ever seen. Damn near everybody on that team is black, and we got a few white people here and there on the team. But by and large, the team is black. That's why I call it New Breed. But as I go to introduce new characters, I wanted to come up with a name. Because new breed, they can only be new for so long. After a while, they just a breed. Well, I went and thought about black superheroes and what are black superheroes continuing, even though they're fictional. Current day black superheroes, what would they be doing? They would be continuing the legacy of those heroes that came before them, whether those heroes had superpowers or not. That's what that would be. You would be continuing their legacy. Once they're gone, somebody got to pick up that flag, mantle, and carry it on. I like what Chadwick Boseman stood for. No, I love it. That what he stood for as a man means more to me as a man than any acting performance he's ever done. I'm just telling. It moved me when he spoke out about the two boys. We remember it was the Sirius XM radio interview when everybody was sitting there, right? And he talked about how T'Challa was their favorite character, and they didn't live long enough to see the character. It wasn't just those two that he visited, while he himself was stricken with cancer. Visited quite a few children. And he talked about how that character meant so much to so many people. Well, I know we can get emotionally attached to the two boys that did not live long enough to see their favorite superhero uh, live action, but they weren't the first two. They were just the next two. As we've stated, this character's been around since 1966, but he's not the only one, though, right? He's not. We joke about it and laugh about it and everything like that, but we didn't get Jefferson Pierce on the Super Friends. We got somebody else. We watched everybody else get what they got. We didn't get it. And when they did give it to us, I know how we feel about Mantis. Why he got to be paralyzed? I'm never accepting that. Not when the first thing I came across was the $6 million man. Why can't I get that? Because if you don't do for this dude what clearly could have been done for this dude is paralyzed too. But he ain't. He ain't. No, $6 million, you hooked him right on up. You hooked him right on up. Somewhere along the line, we thought that I wouldn't want that as well. Get my brother. Hook him up. Get him right. Yeah. I ain't trying to hear all that. No, my dog walking around like ain't nothing wrong with him. Ain't nothing wrong with him. That's what I want. I wasn't settling for less. I get it. I understand it. I love it. That's not me saying Carl Lumley didn't do an amazing job. That's not what I said. I said I didn't want that. I like Victor Stone. I didn't want that. I'm telling you right now, when they gave me the new Teen Titans, no, Cyborg was not my favorite character. I'm just being honest. I know he's black, but I also know my legacy, my history in this country, and how I've been viewed in this country, and how imagery has been used to keep me subverted in this country. Yeah, I was woke at a very young age. I never locked in with Death Law, pun intended. I wasn't. What for? Not when, as a in the elementary school, I'm still looking at Steve Trevor. No. And I even had the Steve Trevor action figure. So no, we weren't gonna do that. Yeah. And I wasn't the only one. You're not gonna give me a piece of something when I'm looking at everybody else get a whole of something. His legacy. His legacy. What was his legacy? What was his legacy? I know why he took on the role in Gods of Egypt. I do. I know why he studied the role of the character that quite a few people say they fell in love with. I know why he made changes to the script as far as how they were going to talk. Because I know why he felt it was important that he trace his heritage back to Africa. Because I studied it. That's his legacy. When I listen to him specifically talk about something that I wouldn't mind getting myself in Ocean's 11, except flip it, like my comic book, New Breed, flip it. When he talked about us coming through the door one at a time, it's always one. It's always one or two. It ain't ever a whole bunch of us. Who been talking like that since he been gone? No, for real. Who been talking like that since he been gone? He's an actor who graduated with a degree in directing. Who do you know? And they out there, but who do you know that was doing what he was doing, but fighting for what he was fighting for? That's his legacy. I think there's a reason why so many of us that never met him personally were so personally affected by his passing, because his spirit resonated with our spirit. It wasn't the acting. It wasn't the character that he played. It was the content of his character as a person. That legacy meant something because you had noticed it too. You noticed it, you felt it, and you just want to know that there was somebody else. Okay, well, now that he's gone, right? Who makes sure T'Challa reaches the big screen again, live action, for those who care about the character? Remember, he said he didn't know, but then he realized how much it meant to so many people. He had to get up. That was his dedication to ensuring that folks got to see that. You remember how they talked about when he walked out in costume and folks cried? Tears came to folks' eyes. That was the representation. He was first. We can never take that away from him. He was first. But him being first was significant because of right? And are we saying he was first? Because Blade came, right? We got Wesley Snipes sitting right there. But he was the first that we viewed as that character. That's what that was. And the actor understood the significance of the character. So much so that the actor wanted the character to stay on the big screen as opposed to being pushed to the small screen, as in Disney Plus, because he understood what that meant. He's gone. So who continues that message? His legacy. Because the quickest way to kill a man's legacy, you said it, guy. I didn't say it. You did. The quickest way to kill a man's legacy is to stop telling his story. Well, do we tell people how he felt about the character, or do we just tell people the character's being deleted out of respect to him? Do we tell folks what he stood for, what he meant, what he believed in, or do we just say we're deleting the character? Now, mind you, this ain't just about that character. It's about quite a few of them. All of them, if I'm being honest with you. Every last one of them. I've done videos in which I've talked about how these characters have been handicapped, but you see it. So I'm not finna insult your intelligence by going down that laundry list again. No, you see it. You either care or you don't. But why don't you? These characters look like us, and we pay money just like everybody else. Where is the Luke Cage ongoing story? Where is Luke Cage's Rose Gallery? Where's Luke Cage's daughter? Where is Luke Cage's ongoing monthly story? Why all we got to be good with is a Luke Cage variant? So now we got two Luke Cages running around in the 616, and the only one, and we won't know how long this timeless story is going to last. It could be very well limited. But why Luke Cage can't get that? And since this dude got the same, he ain't weak, why is he still in Harlem? If the dude is the governor, the mayor of New York, where them stories at? That we can't get no stories like that. There are no interesting stories to be told. That's Luke Cage. How long he been around? And let me say this. When we looking at our black heroes, the ones that sharing names with these other characters, yeah, you like Miles Morales. Miles looks up to Pete. I didn't say there was anything wrong with that. Miles took on the name because he looks up to Peter. No differently than Sam looks up to Steve. No differently. That's exactly what that is. Every time them characters do that, take on somebody's name, by and large, they're taking on the name because they look up to the character. We can say the same damn thing about Carol Danvers. I believe in keeping equal energy. She took Captain Marvel's name because it's Marvel. She looked up to him. Monica didn't do that. She know who the hell he was. Captain Marvel, sound good. But Carol look up to him too. And that's the problem with these characters. Doesn't Kamala Khan look up to Carol? And wasn't Carol Miss Marvel? Yeah. We now think about how problematic that is. No differently, that ain't no different than us sitting around. We were joking. Me, Kamoyo, and Daryl. My last name is French. My first name is German. Do I look French or German to you? Could I really tell some? Could I really get somebody to go along with that? You black? No, man, I'm French. No, man, I'm French and German. No, man, you no. That ain't my. That's but you see who legacy I'm carrying though. Just in name alone. In name alone. I don't know how many times, folks. What's your Theo? What's the? Because your first name is Gerald. It's Theopolis. Your middle name is Theopolis? Yes, it is. You know what that means, don't you? Yes, I do. I do. Ain't none of that African, though, is it? All three names, I'm carrying somebody else's legacy. What about mine? But see, I'm going to make people feel uncomfortable when I start carrying my name, because my name going to have some vowels to it, and folks not used to them vowels going to being where they're going to be. My name going to have some consonants in it where they not used to consonants being where they're going to be. They can pronounce Shashevsky all damn day long, but they're going to have a problem with something else. Just sound it out. Just sound it out. Them letters going to be right there. Just sound it out. But that's our African legacy, though, isn't it? It is. It is. When you look at these heroes, Lamar Hoskins, what's his legacy? What's the legacy of the writer that wrote him? When you look at James Rose, what's his legacy as a character? What's his legacy as a character in the MCU? Because I was just reading West Coast Avengers. So I know his legacy in both of them. It's nothing to be proud of. And you know it. Why not? How long has James Rose been around? For quite some time. What's going on with Misty Knight? What about her legacy? Because we got female characters too. What about her legacy? Where is she at? She been around how long? Where's she at in the MCU? Because I got quite a few women want to say something. So, sisters, queens, ladies, where's your legacy at in the MCU? It's more to you than just being from Wakanda. But you're not going to know that. What about your daughters? Where's Dinosaur Girl at? And why we just content to see our heroes a la Miles Morales in animation? Why they can't be live action? Why children can actually see them? Why children can only look at themselves in cartoon form? And why those cartoons always got to have a tragic backstory. Where is the mother and father at? Since I've been living, they've been telling me that that doesn't exist in Black culture. That's a lie. Whether we got moms and dads in the house with their children or actively involved in their children's lives, because you can be in the house with your child and not give two damns about your child. But where are those relationships at? We're talking legacy. And the reason why it's only Marvel superheroes in that thumbnail, because I ain't got no problem with DC. Because if I had a problem with DC, it would be a made-up problem with DC. A made-up problem with DC. DC gave me the first live-action Black superhero family. They checked all the boxes. They did. They did. Marvel had access to that a long damn time ago and chose not to. No differently than DC gave us Black Lightning. That was a whole damn family. Yeah, I'm finna go there. Marvel could have gave us Captain Marvel with a Black family. Think about this. Think about the Disney Plus series with Monica Rambeau, Frank Rambeau, and Maria Rambeau. Think about how many Black superheroes coming through that series. Right. We'd be so quick to talk about what doesn't matter. It's our legacy. And if we don't protect it, if we don't keep it going, who will? I asked the question earlier, who has talked like him since he been gone? That answer is real short. Nobody. Nobody. Everybody else keeps talking about what they got going on. They talk about the projects they want you to come see, but they're not talking about everybody. I'm gonna keep it a buck. His movie had how many brothers and sisters in it? Actions speak way louder than words. We're talking about legacy. We want to step up and be the next person up. How many brothers and sisters were in Captain America 4? Yeah, we can take from Wakanda, but we can't show Wakanda. That's too much. But damn, don't that sound something similar like what somebody else said on December 10th? Yeah, I could say more. I could, but if I do, it's gonna sound kind of conspiratorial. What do you mean? I don't think they like the response that it got. You know, us seeing ourselves as kings and queens. I don't think they like the response that it got. Being superheroes, nah. See us as victims, yeah. Dead on the street, yeah. But be heroes, kings and queens, well, that was his legacy. You saw him play a king twice, right? Well, the legacy wasn't for him to be the last one by a long shot. But now he opened the door. So who keeps it open? Who makes sure folks know we're not satisfied with the status quo? Who lets folks know that we're not going to take it? Who lets folks know that it's all of us, every last one of us, not a few of us, not some of us, but who's going to keep his legacy going? Who's going to keep the legacy of Harriet Tubman going? That's real life hero. Who's going to keep the legacy going of Maya Angelou? That's a real life hero. Medgar Evers. Who keeps their legacies going? Bobby Seale. Who keeps them legacies going? Huh? And there are so many more that I could name, but those legacies were about us having an equal say so as in representation, imagery, love, loyalty. The actor was married. And I'm pretty sure, had God blessed him to be on this earth long enough, would have brought some beautiful children into the world with his wife. With his wife. We talk about legacy. We didn't even think enough of his legacy to make sure the character he brilliantly portrayed, that character was married. Is that the legacy we want to leave about the king of Wakanda? He had a child out of wedlock. Is that the lasting legacy we want to leave in regards to Wakanda, where Okoye is finna challenge Shuri? Is the legacy of Wakanda is that M'Baku is a laughing buffoon? Is the legacy of Wakanda that the Queen Mother Ramonda drowned? Is the legacy of Monica Rambeau that she's just stuck on the other side of the universe? Is the legacy of Luke Cage that we just don't know where he at for no reason whatsoever? No differently than with Misty Knight, but we don't know where she at. Because we can keep introducing characters, can't we? Where was Elijah at? His grandpops popped up in Captain America 4, but Elijah was nowhere to be found. We could put everybody else. Sabra. The legacy of the actor. Well, the actor that was in Captain America 4, what did he ask for? Because I know folks said the actor in Black Panther was about it. He was very challenging. On this one, it's a black movie, right? This legacy we talking about. Because I know what the legacy of black movies is. I've been around long enough to know that, and so have you. We know what a black movie is. Well, where was Elijah? Where was Josiah? And if we're knowledgeable and we want to really fight about it, fight for it, make sure our sons and our grandfathers and our brothers and uncles can see themselves in certain things. Where were these? And these are all Captain America's, patriots, things of that nature, right? All wearing the red, white, and blue. All think about what that scene would have been powerful. That scene would have been powerful. You got Thunderbolt Ross, the president of the United States, facing off against Sam Wilson, Elijah, Josiah, and Isaiah. You don't have a feel-good moment. That's a black family. You could have had Misty Knight sitting right there. That's his girlfriend. Would have made an excellent time to introduce her to the MCU. That's legacy. We could have kept that story going from the young lady who brilliantly portrayed her in the Netflix series. Now we got the very next Misty Knight. Speaking of legacy, what about Aurora Monroe? What about her legacy? Well, crazy, because her legacy ain't too different from the legacy that we got in regards to history. I'll say that history that we get with other characters. Well, she didn't live in the slums and the ghettos of an inner city in America. She was a thief. And while we don't glamorize it over here, we glamorize it that she was a thief over in Cairo, Egypt. Really? She got a tragic backstory. Both parents passed away. And what does she have to show for that to this day as a character? Now, I like what we got going on with Mr. Ayodele. Got a comic book coming out tomorrow. Make sure you get on that and everything like that. We're going to buy it. We're going to cover it. My brother, I told you I'm supporting you and everything like that. We just recently got something with her, though, right? How long they going to last? Till he leave? What will her legacy be? That she used to be the herald of? Now she just go back to being an X-Men. There's nothing else to her. Because what is she outside of that? Up until recently. What about the other black characters? What's going on with Roberto da Costa? He's been around for a minute. What legacy does he leave as a black Brazilian? Nothing. What about Gentle? That's from Wakanda. What's his legacy? That he and T'Challa got into a fake fight and they got found out? That's it. What about our legacy in cinema? We don't deserve nothing else? Our legacy is that what we get when we go to the MCU is a black character that's effed up. And you know the character's effed up. We keep making excuses for it, or there shouldn't be a one-to-one comparison. Who's asking for a one-to-one comparison? I hear Michael Jackson in the background singing, they don't really care about us. It's obvious. It's beyond obvious. We don't have nothing to hang our hat on in regards to our characters. You can't get the Midnight Angels portrayed correctly. You can't get the Doors really represented like they supposed to. You can't get the Hatu. You can't get James Rhodes like you're supposed to. You can't get Bill Foster like you're supposed to. You can't get Isaiah Bradley like you're supposed to. You can't get Sam Wilson like you. This is what you get. This is what you're getting. You're not getting T'Challa like you're supposed to. They're gonna make you wait. Give you some BS ass stories in the comics that do nothing to elevate the character. And mind you, why that's a general statement, it's a general statement because I'm only looking at one writer right now at Marvel Comics, two. I'm being two. I'm only looking at two writers. They both happen to be black men. That's it. That's it. And even with them, some of us have I would say fair criticisms. I would say fair criticism. Some of us have unfair criticism. But by and large, it's Storm and T'Challa. Like, I don't even want to act like that. Storm and T'Challa are the only Storm, T'Challa, because Blade ain't got a series right now. So it's really Aurora and T'Challa. That's it. And it's only one that's being written worth a damn in the 616. Ultimate T'Challa is a variant. That's it. Theo, what about really the backyard barbecue with I'm not acknowledging Sam Wilson because this is a legacy. Why is he like? Why does Isaiah look like he about to kick the bucket? That makes no sense. See, that's why I read that other stuff. In the 616, Isaiah Bradley looking like his brain about to shut down. I'm sorry, Reed Richards is there. Adam Brashear is there. Shorty is there. Stephen Strange is there. T'Challa is there. This don't make no damn sense. And then we got access to Cree technology. No, this don't make. Why this dude looking like this? That's issue one. He's who is that for? Cause I know better. Why issue one didn't go no differently than that? You give me the backyard barbecue with them and give me something to celebrate. Hey, Isaiah coming home. What? Why can't I get a spry Isaiah? Why not? That's his legacy though. We introduce him. He didn't been through some stuff, and we want him to keep looking like, even though we got Wakanda sitting right there, we want to still display this dude looking like he going through something. Mind you, shout out to Cody Ziegler. We got Miles Morales. We can take care of him. He got vampirism going through it. Yeah, say less. We got it. T'Challa, vampirism going through it. Okay, yeah, we got it. That's all we're going to do with him, though. Don't ask for nothing else. But yeah, Isaiah's still basically effed up. And where is Adam Brashear, by the way? Even when the MCU has had justification to introduce Adam Brashear, they chose not to. Why? What's going on with Adam Brashear? Where is he at? Why he not being used? Okay, watch this. And Mr. Ray Smith would love this one. What's Fastos at? Yeah, I know he an Eternal. He been around for a minute. Okay, well, I ain't got enough Fastos. And since we talking about how MCU synergy be doing damage to the comic book character, it does. Well, I think we do need to get a monthly, at least a 5-issue series with Fastos, so folks can see the difference between the Fastos in the comic books and the Fastos that was portrayed on screen. Because on screen, you gave us Fastos with a husband and a family. Well, we got Fastos in the comics with a wife and a family. And since we don't mind putting interracial relationships all over the place, he's married to a Caucasian woman. Where they children at? Because mind you, what we got going on with this relationship right here, an Eternal married to a human. Where them kids at? I guess they did the same thing Daniela Cage did. Went up to the room and never came back down. Or, mind you, I'm being funny because he ain't never had no kids with her. That's kind of like, is that the legacy of black characters in comics? Marvel, they don't have children unless they with a non-black character. Is that acceptable? Is that feasible? So if T'Challa could have a child out of wedlock with Nakia, why Monica Lynn couldn't have had a child? Why Nakia couldn't have had a child in the comics? I can be petty as hell with this one. Casper Cole did swap spit with Okoye. Okoye, if we want to talk about who Okoye got the hots for, is Casper Cole. Okay, we don't want to do that comic book. I know y'all like, damn, Theo, I didn't know that. Yeah. Shout out to Christopher Priest. I told you I read your story. You wrote them. If you wrote them, you wrote them. And I'm gonna give you all the credit for what you wrote. Yeah. Okoye got a thing for Casper Cole. Casper Cole got a thing for Okoye. That would be an interesting relationship. And maybe then we could go ahead and get Casper Cole's official superhero alias announced to the world, because we keep doing that with black superheroes. We just throw them out there with a costume and no name. I guess to be developed at a later date, which is, I guess, the ongoing theme for black superheroes at Marvel, to be developed at a later date. I asked the question about Moon Girl. What about Riri Williams? You got Iron Man in a monthly story, right? Okay, where's Riri at? You put James, you put Tony, you had Tony in, you got Tony in 3 titles at the same damn time. Do we need that much Tony Stark? Why Riri couldn't have went over there with if we needed to have 2 armored characters over in the West Coast Avengers? Why it couldn't have been James Rose and Riri? Oh, you gonna tell me Riri in school? She can't transfer? I'm asking critical thinking questions because the question is, why can't we have all of us? And shout out to our guest, Mr. Illich. I thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely do. So we don't deserve his heroes to have meaningful legacies. I don't get that. I'm not understanding that at all. And are we really not going to respect the wishes, what the actor was fighting for? All of us? Not some of us, all of us. We're going to be content with one at a time. And we're going to be content with bad writing. We're going to be content with them giving us whatever they want to give us as long as we get it. We're not going to demand that we get what everybody else gets. Mind you, it's our money that we're choosing to spend. That's the sad part about it. It ain't like this is free. No, this is something that we're paying. So we're going to keep paying for this? Somebody told my brother Daryl, when it came to, actually, no, they just said it on X. Somebody said that we're a small group. It was a black person, God-fearing person. That's crazy. Said that we can't impact Marvel. Shame on you, brother. You better than that. One person can't do anything aside from inspire somebody else. For that person to be inspired by another person, they already have to have it in them. Kind of like somebody would be lighting a match and they would take said match that they lit and pass it over to you and share their flame with you. And now you got some flame and you take that flame and you share that flame with somebody else. And now everybody got some flame. Everybody got some light. Everybody got some heat. I was inspired. I was inspired to go collect every black action figure so that we had. I was inspired to do this. I cannot tell you why she means so much to me, but I was inspired to do this. I wanted the representation. Shout out to Artman Customs for the head sculpt. It wasn't enough just to have T'Chaka. It wasn't. I wanted the family. I wanted the family. Shout out to my elder, my mentor, Mr. Ray Smith. I wanted Hunter. See, I grew up watching Different Strokes, and I've seen so many times where the older white person would take in the black child. Once again, shout out to Christopher Priest. I had never seen it where the older black person would adopt the white child, even though we know in history, American history, slave times, white child needed somebody to play with. You know, you go play with the black child. That was a slave. White child needed to be taken care of. Family going to handle some business. Well, it would be the house slave tended to the white child. I was motivated. I was inspired. And I wasn't just inspired by that because I mean, T'Challa going back to go get Shorty meant something. A brother fighting for his sister's life. That shout out to Reginald Hudlin. That inspired me, meant a lot. I wish I had a sibling that I could fight for like that. Like that love, that bond, that I'm incomplete without my sister. Because everybody else had given up hope. He didn't. He didn't believe in that. He went and got his sister. And he hollered at a dude, a homeboy, say, hey, man, I need your help. That inspired me. That inspired me. World of Wakanda, we got Luke Cage and T'Challa, and we got Misty Knight, and I want to say we got Aurora, and we got Shorty, and we got Eden Fessy. Black superheroes. I love that. I love that. The crew. Oh man. I wanted it because I said to myself, I'm probably not gonna get it. And that's the damnedest of it all. I said to myself, I said, you know what? While I would like for things to be different, I see how the toy company moving. And the toy company, to a degree, go off of what they doing. Small screen, big screen. That's what they looking at. To a degree, off of what we got going on in the comic book. Well, damn it, you know what? I ain't really getting me like that, am I? No, I'm not. Not live action, not big screen, not small screen. They ain't even developing my character. Yeah, we said we want to. You saw Monica Rambeau just like I did show up in what was it? Vision Quest, what WandaVision. You saw that. You didn't get no development of Monica Rambeau. You saw that. You know that. You know that. And yes, you went to go see the Marvels. I didn't. Okay, so they did some singing and some dancing. It's a superhero movie. And even if you're talking about legacy, was that Monica's legacy that Maria was wearing, or was that Carol's legacy that Maria was wearing at the end? Right. That's what that is. Okay. You look at Fastos on the Eternals. Is that all our gay men do is cry all the damn time? That's their legacy? I don't think that's what that is. I don't think that's what that is. And in regards to our black women, the legacy that we got, Wakanda forever, you know, the end credit scene, is that what we left with? Black women plotting on each other? Is that the legacy? The legacy of the love between a black man and a black woman. Oh, we don't believe in marriage? So we just laying up now. So who didn't want to get married? Is it because I know what's being pushed out there in the ether? So is it that the Nakia didn't want to get married, or T'Challa didn't want to get married? Which one? That's the legacy we put. That's the legacy to the character. Because I doubt we get either one of them. Well, you deleted one of them. So is this what we're doing? And we're gonna keep pushing this. The legacy is just no T'Challa. None. No Chadwick Boseman, no T'Challa. And we're gonna kill off both their legacies with one stone, huh? Across the board. Because I go back to the earlier question that I asked. Who talks about what he talked about since he passed? Yeah, everybody got projects. But you see any Spike Lee projects out there? And when I say Spike Lee project, I'm talking about projects similar to what Spike Lee would have did back in the day. Had a whole crew be black. You don't even see no Tyler Perry type projects like that, where most of the crew is black. No, you don't. You don't. That's a black movie. Those would be black movies. Yeah. I know. I can feel to how I want to feel about what he liked to write, but he put out black movies. Tyler Perry, them movies black. It's a lot of black folks getting paid. Black cast, black crew. You want, yeah, you can make me feel, yeah. I might not agree with it. It's still a message from the Lord. That's what he say. He's gonna give it to him. He gonna what? Just like no different than with Fat Albert, Bill Cosby. He gonna give us a message, and whatever he gonna put out, it's gonna be you gonna get some gospel music. You may or may not get somebody dressed up in women clothing. May or may not. That's not always a given. You're gonna get some comedy. You're gonna get some comedy. Somebody might get taken advantage of financially or physically. That's what they're gonna happen. And the person that's doing it is gonna either be light skinned, more often than not, they're gonna be dark skinned. more often than not, the dude's gonna be dark skinned. If the woman is messing up, she gonna be light skinned. But you're gonna get a message. That's his legacy. That's his legacy. Okay, well, I don't think we're doing right by the legacy, and I don't think it's a question. I think when we look at the legacy of black superheroes at Marvel, what we talking about? Night Thrasher. You talking about the dude who had to go on a reality TV show, who had T'Challa's personal phone number. T'Challa, who liked Dwayne, it would have bailed Dwayne out financially. He had to go on a reality show, and then he had to get deleted and said reality show. And even though we know folks wanted him back, we make his brother Night Thrasher. You know how folks wanted to say we was upset about Shorty being Black Panther. We was upset about his brother coming back, and we didn't ask for him to be Night Thrasher. We asked for Dwayne Taylor to come back as Night Thrasher. And we didn't ask for Dwayne Taylor to come back as a member of Avengers Assembled. We asked where was New Warriors at. You gonna give us Rage Matt, the OG? Is that his legacy? Is that the last thing we're gonna get from this character as far as his legacy? Him leading a bunch of kids robbing folks. Now, mind you, Elvis' legacy, his history is effed up anyway, right? So we can't do nothing with that. Inner city youth, all that right there, and we don't want to, because we could inspire quite a few inner city kids with his story. We don't. Jeremiah Drum, shout out to Maria Ayadele. He has a book coming out tomorrow. Make sure you go check it out. We got Jeremiah Drum over there. You don't see no use for him? Because Mr. Ayadele, at the very least, he found a reason to use, but then again, he found a reason to use Joanna Cargill, Frenzy. What are we doing with her? Oh, we gonna have her playing like the third, fourth, or fifth character in X Factor? We don't like her being the head of security, a la Worf in X-Men Red. We ain't want to do that no more. Oh yeah, because we got rid of the Agent of Cold, so she can't do nothing now. All we got for Prodigy and Sync is to put hands on each other. Damn. Darwin, you Darwin. We can't do nothing with Darwin. Bishop. Because if you don't do nothing with them, ain't nobody gonna know they out there. That's my thing. These characters been around for a minute. If you don't do anything with them, ain't nobody gonna know they out there. You don't. No, that's the legacy. You don't do nothing with them, ain't nobody gonna know they out there. And that's how you kill them off. Stop talking about them. Stop talking about them. Stop showing them. Tell folks they not viable. Find every excuse in the sun why you can't put them back out there no more. Let's say it's respectful to the actor that portrayed them, or just don't show them no more, or put them in the video game. But aside from the character being the main character in the video game, let's surround the main character, with everybody, so folks that don't know won't be able to differentiate between the main character and side character. They won't know which was the superhero, which one was the villain. Won't know any of that. And they'll be able to keep up this mindset that, you know what, it's just a mantle. But what we're really saying is the significance of Black superheroes don't matter. What we're saying is there's nothing to differentiate T'Challa from anybody else. What we're saying is there's no reason for me to give you Adam Brashear. What we're saying is Aurora is nothing more than an X-Men. Nothing more, nothing less. And her fate will be forever tied to the X-Men. She can't be her own character. We're not really doing that with Logan, or are we? No, we're not. Logan is his own man. Hell, we put out a movie that was just about Logan, right? Right. You think you're gonna ever get that with Aurora Monroe? A solo movie? See how long it took us to get a movie with the solo superhero, right? Right. And you see how quickly they replaced that solo superhero, right? Right. And they gonna tell you that it was done out of respect till you realize it's being done across all forms of media. That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard to explain. Doing it across all forms of media, it makes it even worse when you have somebody that knows for a fact this plan been in effect since 3 months after the first movie came out. And we're the ones doing it. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. I'm gonna go on about my business. I came in here just for that. But I'm gonna summarize it like this: destroying a character's legacy. Well, I read it to you and I told you exactly what it means. Well, I think we've experienced it firsthand, across the board, with more than just T'Challa. You've seen it. And somebody said the quickest way to kill somebody's legacy is stop telling their stories. Well, it's been quite a few stories that folks have stopped telling, or have just been complicit in telling incorrectly, which is another way to destroy characters' legacy. I'm gonna ask us this question, and I'm gonna preface it by saying this. I'm old enough to remember when I was in high school when Coca-Cola introduced a new flavor. And while somebody, folks will make you feel like boycotts, protests don't work, that you as a individual can't affect, yes, you can affect change. Like I said, I was inspired. I was inspired to pick up the torch, to keep it going, to speak on it, to stand on business. Let it be known that no, it's about imagery. It's about representation. It's about love. It's about loyalty. We're not going to shy away from that. And yeah, I used the talent to do it. I did. And yeah, I'm using superheroes to do it. Because as I said before, if they know you feel some type of way about fictional characters, or they know damn good and well how you feel about real people. Right. Well, I like to think, at the very least, hope that I've done his memory, legacy, justice. Not perfect. And I like to think that if I was going astray, no differently than he did before, his brother would set me straight. One man, one woman can't do anything by themselves. Nobody's an island unto themselves. What they can do is inspire people, though. I called my comic book store today and I took note of what I'm currently collecting. Somebody took a stand about a soft drink formula. Like, I want to make sure we understand this. Somebody took a stance about the formula to a soft drink, and enough people, it was for soft drink, soda. Enough people chimed in to that billion-dollar corporation that they got rid of the new formula. We don't even talk about the new formula. It's the old formula. That was then. Prior to that, Marvel Comics changed the mask of T'Challa, the Black Panther. They did. And fans wrote in. Fans wrote in, showed they behind and everything. And in a few issues, and they credited Stan Lee, he credits it, the mask being changed, to the fans writing in saying, hey, put that back. Put that back. I have been reading comic books damn near my entire life. If I got nothing else from comic book stories, is to fight for what you believe in and don't give up. Fight. Fight for what you believe in and don't give up. I've learned from comics, discrimination is wrong. I don't, because when you read the X-Men, I don't know how you feel like discrimination is the right thing to do. You're literally reading a comic book where they're preaching about discrimination. Like, so I believe in justice. I believe in right and wrong. I believe in right. I do. So what I'm considering is real difficult. My brother Daryl already made a decision. He did. My brother Daryl already made a decision. I just said it. I'm not gonna speak for anybody and everybody, because for me to speak for everybody, I gotta know that's how everybody feel. I don't know how everybody feel. I know some folks are upset. I do. I do. I do believe the epitome of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I do know that. And I know that as comic book fans over the years, we poured a lot of money. We have, individually, as a people, we pour a lot of money into what I'm starting to realize is a company that really don't give two damns about us. Well, I was raised, as Kevin Gates said, go where you're appreciated, celebrated, not tolerated. If we think about how our parents, our grandparents put it to us, don't hang out with people that don't want you around them. They don't want you there, don't go there. They don't want your money, don't spend your money there. Well, I got this Wednesday. I got this Wednesday. They say pressure bust pipes. They do. I have been reading comics since I was a kid. That's how I learned how to read. And I have read many wonderful stories as a kid. I got this Wednesday. I do. I'm looking at my writers at Marvel Comics. I'm somewhat conflicted because I want to continue to support your works. I don't have it in me to know. I don't have it in me to keep supporting the company you work for. Not when, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't like the fact that the dude is smiling in his profile and he told me characters that look like me were non-viable. I don't like that. That him smiling and being able to say that rubs me completely the wrong way. It does. It does. Him continuously making money off of me and mine rubs me the wrong way. Knowing what happened during the age of Krakoa and then have it validated that he from the old school, oh, that is rubbing me the wrong way. It is. And knowing that we ain't out here by ourselves, because there's Spider-Man fans that feel the same damn way. And to see him give that sarcastic, dismissive response ain't no different than what we were getting from the cast and crew of Black Panther, just being sarcastic and dismissive as hell on behalf of a dude that clearly don't give two damns by our culture. I'm out. I'm out. I can't keep doing that. I can't keep doing that. But Theo, what do you mean? Give some clarity to it. After this Wednesday, I'm gonna cancel every Marvel comic book I got. That's unfortunate because I am a fan of Storm. I am a fan of Brian Hill's Ultimate Black Panther work. I'm a fan of that. But right and wrong is wrong. And got too comfortable being wrong. I ain't but one person. I will sleep well at night with my decision. I absolutely will. I want to say thank you. And when I say I want to say thank you, I want to say thank you to Marvel Comics. Thank you for the stories that I've gotten. To the writers that have been there, that were there, that are no longer there, that are still there. Thank you for the works that you've given me. To Mr. Ayadele, I'm going to buy your book, the other one. And I want to say I thank you for what you've given me in regards to Storm. I do. Mr. Brian Hill, Hill Illuminati, thank you for the wonderful works in regards to Blade, in regards to T'Challa. I really do appreciate it. I do. Dr. Eve Ewing, your run on T'Challa, I saw it. I appreciate it. Cheryl Lynn Eaton, hey, thank you. Roxanne Gay, Ta-Nehisi Coates, uh, Mr. David List, Jonathan Mayberry, thank Reginald Hutland, thank y'all. Christopher Priest, hey, like I said, you wrote it, you wrote it. you wrote it, you wrote it. Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, John Byrne, George Perez, John Romita Sr. and Jr. All y'all, man. Buscema, yeah. I ain't finna act like that, man. Y'all did some stuff. But this is a different day and age. Marvel Comics seems determined to be headed in Marvel Entertainment seems determined to be headed in a direction I can't support as a man. because right is right and wrong is wrong. I can't support that as a man. I'm not going to look past it. Not going to look beyond it. I'm out. DC Comics, hey, I like what you got going on over there. You keeping me engaged. I did add power to Power Re-Energized DC Comics. I did add that to my monthly ongoing title today. But yeah, it's not an easy decision because I know what I'm giving up. I'm not collecting comic books anymore. I was already out when it came to Marvel Studios, and now I'm out when it comes to Marvel Comics. It's not an easy decision. It's not. But as we like to say, we got Marvel at the house. So I'm going to keep up with these notes. Think about what that means to me. Does that mean I won't be doing comic book reviews? No, I just won't be doing any comic book reviews going forward in regards to Marvel. Doesn't mean that we don't have comic books sitting out there from the past that we've read. We could definitely do them. We got some stuff we can do. We're going to continue to tell our stories and do our reviews. We still got Karama Horns, Protectors of Wakanda. We got to get that done. We got Black Panther, T'Challa Declassified, Black Panther, the Ultimate Guide. Hell, we got the Black Panther Atlas of Wakanda and everything. So we got some stuff over here. We still gonna be making it do what it do in regards to action figures, but I can't support that. And I want to make sure folks understand. You do what you feel like you got to do. You feel like you do what you got to do. I'm not even looking at this as far as being a Rock With Me Nation stance. That would have to be what the Rock With Me Nation says, because I said I'm not doing it. That would be something that, because it's me saying it today, and it would have to be something that the nation feels good with doing as a whole. Like I said, no person is an island unto themselves. But if I look at the person that inspires me, he went to school at Howard. That's where he went to school at. And he had a very strong sense of self. And there was no such thing as you telling him what he couldn't do. And he had a problem with his school being merged with another school. And he protested. He did. He protested. And he fought to the bitter end. And he fought to the bitter end in more than one way when it came to life. He fought to the bitter end. Well, that's who inspires me. So I can do no less. Fight to the bitter end. So when I say that, I'm pretty sure he was told to give up too. So I'm saying that to those that gonna want to say something. I don't care. I don't care. He didn't give up. I'm not gonna give up either. You do what you're gonna do. I've read enough in my lifetime to be good with the decision that I'm making at this point in my lifetime. So let me keep up with these notes. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. Y'all didn't have to. We're gonna get on up out of here. Welcome to the chat. Listen to, absorb, not just to react. We here. What's going on, Big Jermaine? Thank you so much for pulling in. Ronnie, what's going on? What's going on? Good afternoon. What's going on, Big Javon? What's going on? What's going on? We here. We here. Grand Madam, how we doing? I got to get back to your live. I saw you put on. I saw it there. I got to get back to it. What's going on? We in here. We in here. Thank y'all so much. Afro, what's going on, Afro? Thank you so much. Thank you. Flash by Night. John Henry from the. I knew you would know. I knew you would know. Yeah, John Henry Paul, but yeah, I knew you would know. Yeah, what's going on? Oh, salute. They're my fellow devil dog. I got both my devil dogs up in here, Flash by Night and Big Juju. Thank y'all. Simplify, devil dog. Simplify. Continue what's established. In fact, I look for black comics dubs. That's it. That's it. Especially giving Luke Cage alias to someone. Man, look. You can't tell me. So, and it's the representation that you settle for. Bill Foster is still deleted in the comics. You give me an old version of him live action. I don't even get to see him do anything. Animation, really? And it ain't even, it's a cheap ripoff of the costume that Scott Lang wears. Like, there's nothing to that at all. Then the action figure has no unmasked head sculpt. Really? I got to do it myself, huh? Boy, and why did I buy the action figure? Just to say I had a giant man action figure. But to make him Bill Foster, I'm gonna have to do that my damn self. Well, damn, if you believe in diversity so damn much, why didn't you do anything with Bill Foster? Why you ain't brought him back? You're not using no giant man in the comics. Why he can't come back and be a member of the Avengers? Where is that story? Bill Foster, one shot, giant man, Black Goliath. You know what? Do what you want to do. I didn't read enough. I didn't read enough. Monica was her own person. Yep. Mine is Irish. Yep. Mine's Irish. A spirit with fire. Sidekick. Yep. Nubia. Back in the day when I was in elementary school, when Nubia had that blue costume with the yellow accents and everything like that, never mind. But that's DC though. James Gunn looked like he's checking for us in ways other folks ain't. Thunder and Lightning, yep. And Corey, Mac, if you have not checked out Black Lightning, I don't know if you collect that series or whatever, 5-issue series. Go cop that. Where's Tiana? Don't know. I like Black Salt, yeah. Oh, where's Moon Girl? MIA, everything can't be Black tragedy all the time. Can't be. Can't be. But yes, that's what it is. Okay. Don't say you got a comic book called Brownsville. A favorite character carries the qualities the reader needs or would like to have within themselves. That's what makes legacy so important. Anybody else besides me, Mr. Dwayne McDuffie? Like 3 black folk? Yep. Who else talking like that is a damn good question. I'm just Theo. No, I got my 13-year-old, so I'm gonna preface it like this. She like to say, baby, no shade, baby, no shade, baby, no shade. Think about the build up to the first Black Panther movie and think about all the stuff that you saw leading up to it. When I say all the stuff that you saw, I'm thinking about all the stuff that you saw the leading actor of Black Panther. Think about everything he talked about leading up to and around Black Panther. Just think about everything he said, everything you heard him say, everything you read him say. Then just hold that up and do a side by side with everything you heard somebody else say. There's a contrast there. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a contrast there. I said it. Black Panther, Black King, Heimdall, a black god on sight, Cain, a black god of time. They don't want this. No, they do not want that. Don't. Disney Marvel messed up so badly with the Black Panther franchise that the other black projects are suffering. One black star at a time, Wakanda and the Mantle have hurt their other projects. And we said that. We said, hey, it ain't what you think it is. We telling you, if they don't do right by this character, why would they feel inclined to do right by the other characters, well, slowly but surely, you start seeing projects fall off. Having the audacity to act surprised. Why? If I ain't gonna do right by the main character, why would I do right by the other character? And we just need to be clear, whether we like it or not, T'Challa is the #1 black IP over there at Marvel. It ain't Sam. It ain't Sam. It ain't. So it ain't. And everybody know it. Okay, well, why you don't? You know you got that ace of spades in your back pocket. You don't want to play it? If we was playing spades right now, and your partner had the big joker and the little joker, like your partner was trump tight. If your partner was trump tight and y'all got set, you would be mad at who? Your partner. Your partner sit up there and say, man, what you got? And you look at your partner hand. You gonna be mad at you, like you had all that and you ain't play it. That don't even make business sense. Gray, you got it. I blame some, not all, on some blacks for crying over an actor, allowing Marvel to kill off a character legacy. Yeah, that's fair. It just like some folks went against their own interest. Anyway, I ain't gonna do that. They had no problem. Like as I said yesterday, Corey, and thank you so much for pulling up. As I said yesterday, they sat up there, waited 5 years after Christopher Reeve passed away to do anything with Brandon Root. 5 years. They ain't even talk about no damn sequel. Like when Christopher Reeve passed away, that was all they talked about. Tonight, we have the unfortunate responsibility of reporting to you that Christopher Reeve, the former actor of Superman fame, has passed away. That was it. They ain't talk about nothing else. ain't talk about nothing else. Ain't mention nothing else. Nope. We gonna keep the main thing. We stay right there. Ain't got to talk about nothing else. You got Lois and Clark over on ABC right there. You still got Superman on TV. All the Superman you want. Over here, oh no. We're gonna talk about how much we miss the actor and then mention a sequel in the same damn breath. And I'm sitting up and saying, how every black person didn't get offended. Like we was all supposed to get mad right then and there. Soon as he said tragic passing, we're gonna have a sequel. Whoa. Why is we talking about a sequel? Can we stay right here? Can we stay right here in this moment where we just want to appreciate what he gave us? Why is we talking about a sequel already? They understand to me though, but hey, what I know. What's going on, Miss Kent? The head door in the building. I say go against the machine with independent writer and draws to buy us. Can't even get it at all. Don't Isaiah Bradley still have a serum? Yes. That's how Elijah got the super soldier serum, became a super soldier. Elijah got hurt because he was out there lying, telling folks he was a super soldier. No, you're not. Granddad had to give him a blood transfusion. It's just that simple. But say, oh yeah, it's just that simple. It really, really is. You want to be a super soldier? Yeah, blood transfusion. You want to be a Hulk? Yeah, blood transfusion. So yeah, it's still in there. We can heal Bucky from his trauma. We can save Everett Ross from a near-death experience. We can't do nothing for Isaiah Bradley. Got folks walking around here with vibranium wings, suits, and everything like that. Never mind. Never mind. I don't want to get in my feeling. I dare to say some of us understand the vibration some of these characters bring and the others don't. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. WandaVision would have been a good play. You said it. Marvel Studios can't even gave me his brother and then deleted his brother. Gave me his brother. You gonna give me his brother, delete his brother, and then you're gonna race swap me. So when I come back, I'm the villain. But we don't even know where that version of him is, because he just walked off. Once again, went up to the room, ain't ever come back. Quite, I guess that's the running thing. Black characters just go up to the room, they don't ever come back. When you keep messing over the audience interest investment in a character, they want to see you risk the long-term loss of interest and investment into your company. And I just want to be clear. I'm out. I got this at the house. I don't need you. See that? It's at the house. See all this? It's at the house. I ain't gotta make no more. Matter of fact, I'm gonna save a lot of money just by switching to independent comics and at the house customs. I'm gonna save a lot of money. Luke Cage, Offspring, Super Pop, boy, wish we could just get them. Don't know where they at. What's going on, King Sigma? What's going on? It'd be nice. It'd be nice. It would be nice. Disney would give us something with the black man and a the ones who said no, Chad going, no more Black Panther needs to stop having opinions on comics and movies. You know what? You got a point. Because Thunderbolt Ross popping back up in the comic book. Yeah. Red Hulk 1. Now, I didn't know when Thunderbolt Ross got to be that character. Well, he gonna get his own comic. Now, mind you, we got 2 Red Hulks running around in Marvel Comics at this point in time. One random Red Hulk fighting Sam. That's Captain America. I guess we needed to maintain that energy. But that ain't even Thunderbolt Ross as the Red Hulk that's fighting Sam. Oh no, that's a whole new damn Red Hulk. So we got 2. When did the Red Hulk become him? I don't think that's what that is. I don't think that's what that is. I don't think the Red Hulk is that is that the go-to villain? I don't think so. Because I'm looking at the leader over there and everything like that. I got the Abomination over there and everything. Absorbing Man, Rhino. I know that was horrible what they did over there. I got Zax. Like I don't think that's the go-to. I don't think Red Hulk his first that issue gonna sell out. It's crazy. Amazing what we put our time and energy into. Disney would never give us something with a black man and a white woman as the main couple. No. They tried, they hinted at it. Theo, what you mean? Infinity War? Hey, what you need, babe?
I'm looking for my lighter.
Oh, we need another one.
You and Julie keep selling.
You heard me? It's gonna run out.
My lighter's gonna run out?
Yeah. We need another one.
I just need to fill it. These ones are refillable.
Yeah. But yeah, so Eric July has impacted Marvel and DC, though they would never admit it. You know what? I can believe that and everything like that. I can believe that. I know that from what I've seen, he's been the target of some unfair criticisms. I know that. With Theo, what I say it right. I say it right is right and wrong is wrong. Right. And I use woke in the proper context of what it's supposed to be. Woke is woke. Not everything is woke. And so I'm happy for the brother. I absolutely am. I don't want nobody to think that I'm not. I'm absolutely happy for the brother, championing for the brother. If I can't wait till his action figures hit the store. Why? Because that's more black representation. Theo, you gonna cop them? You're damn right I am. You're damn right I am. So that's that shuffling talk right there. Y'all ain't big enough to make it. Yeah, I don't know how I'm ever hearing that from us. I don't. I definitely was. My collection is called Got It. That griot should you listen, and I hang my hat on that. They not ever finna make me go back to as I want to say someone said, yeah, yesterday. Why I think it was S. Jadis. Why they got Shorty running around here with mechanical wings? What are we doing? Like you this ain't Shorty. Like she's not the teenager anymore. Like actually, she ain't been a teenager since Jonathan Mayberry wrote it. Like we need to stop all that. Like that's a grown behind woman that don't mind putting hands on you. That's what that is. She got a short temper, right or right. I love the Bishop Academy storyline. I got that. I absolutely do got it. They would never have a comic accurate Hunter in the MCU. Boy, look, at all. That's gonna send the wrong message. That was send the wrong message. I ordered my Mr. Terrific Big toys. Money went through. Email came next day. Sorry, out of stock. That's that hurt right there. I ordered Mr. Damn, they out of stock like that already. It's like Theo, what? Because damn, like that's why. That's why I had. I don't this. Yeah, this. There's a story to this. There's a story. There's a story of a lovely lady. No, I'm sorry. There's a story to that. Of all the brothers I know that are gay, none of them act like Fastos. But like I said, I knew a dude that we played softball in high school. He's the best player on our team. That's all I can tell you. Even my wife's friend said why they had to do his people like that. Yeah. Gave us the first black gay god of intervention. I don't know how we did it. It's like Marvel is out of touch with regular. If you okay killing off a character like T'Challa who can generate billions of dollars by himself, what leverage do you think you have in getting the other black projects greenlit? That right there. You get the representation you settle for. What's going on? Not tell them what's going on. Not tell them what you do is create black superheroes for your comic books, make films right here on YouTube until you can go big time, cast a humongous spell, and get it done. Rival Disney, this is the time. That is why she's my spiritual advisor. I feel you, Theo. I may do the same before the Ultimate line. I wasn't buying any Marvel anyway. Listen, man, I can't keep doing that. Look at White Tiger. Only time MCU shields want to respect the canon is they ain't spend no money on that costume, did they? Well, like, well, y'all ain't wait. Say Theo, no. The White Tiger. Superhuman abilities. Let me just go ahead and say the White Tiger is an acolyte of the Panther cult. You want me to say that one more time? The White Tiger is an acolyte of the Panther cult. Stay right there. So you mean to tell me this dude who's got superhuman abilities did not sense nor hear, like didn't sense another person now, but we gonna pretend Matthew Murdock would have smelled the gunpowder though, huh? That's what we finna say. Matt would have known that was coming. But the dude with superhuman abilities based on that of a cat. He's a pet, that the white tiger is an acolyte of the Black Panther cult. You're telling me this dude's senses and reflexes were so damn dull, that's how he got took out? He just walking, boom. And he was walking home. On the street. On the streets. That's how. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. No, never mind. Never mind. See, it was the reason why they wrote him being taken out when he was out the costume, coming out the courtroom, because mind you, he should have sensed it too. But no, it came from nowhere. This shot came from nowhere. Here, you're telling me this dude who's got superhuman abilities, senses, healing factor, all that. You telling me he didn't? Never mind. You like it, I love it. Was a fake Punisher, but yeah, wasn't a fan of that. Finally give a group of fans, listen, just got the complete Huntley run, stay right there with that. Yep, cutting off my Marvel purchases, only collected from secondhand resources, and no more of that new stuff. Up there. Can't wait. Me either. Yeah, we're gonna do an immediate out the movie review on that one. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, Grant. Yes, we are, Miss Kent. Indeed, Games Gun about listen. I mean, we all know the way a hero becomes iconic is by stopping their story from being told. That's how Christianity. Ooh, you said something then. We say Ross with the single Komoyo bead, but can't say at all. They continue. Kendall McApine, DC and Marvel are cooked. Independent comics, manga, and anime have taken over. Way better content. Kids, young adults love them more. The only thing that I add, because people keep saying manga and anime, I ain't saying them stories not interesting. And maybe it's just my limited experiences. And if it is, I apologize for it. Dragon Ball Z? Nope. My Hero Academia? Nope. I saw me on one fighting show, just me. I was a big dude, and I was behind bars in prison, and I was in love with this big girl. But that's just one. But everybody else was. So, One Punch Man, Naruto, like. I ain't saying I'm right there. Like I got Crunchyroll on the platform. I ain't acting like that. I got Crunchyroll, but I'm like, when we say manga, because I like RDC World, Real Dreams Do Come True. Shout out to them dudes, man. Y'all, that was magnificent. That Under Armour commercial was straight fire. I love to see brothers succeed and everything like that. But when I see them doing anime, they can, because that's them. I ain't see. I see them do Naruto, but the only blackness that I got from them doing the anime, it was actually them doing it. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. I ain't saying. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Oh, well, damn. Then we know about Hercules because they stopped it. Yeah. I feel you, Theo. I recently looked at my pull list as well and considered it if I was just wasting my money. Bro, like I said, to each their own. To each their own. I've been reading, buying comics since I was in elementary school. I done spent my fair share of money on characters that don't look like me, and I don't regret that. I'm not saying that. No, the story is the story. But I've been knowing about my characters for quite some time, and I've been beyond patient. And there are people that were born before me that have been patient longer than I have. Well, I'm in my 50s. Some of them people in their 60s, some of them people in their 70s. And this particular company don't seem to care. I hear words, but words are just words. Whether them words coming from editors, whether them words coming from writers, whether them words coming from executives, whether them words are coming from actors and actresses. They just words. They just words. There's no action to it. There's no substance to it. And I'm not finna settle, and ain't nobody finna make me feel bad for saying, you know what, I'm done. Because if you younger than me, it's safe to say I've invested more than you. You can't talk to me. Because you ain't done what I've done. I didn't done enough. One of the reasons why I bought West Coast Avengers was because James Rhodes was in it. Matter of fact, that was the only reason why I bought West Coast Avengers. Because we finna start a new comic book. James Rhodes finna be in it. We ain't using him nowhere else. Let me see. Nothing. Nothing. I bought Luke Cage Gang War. I bought Luke Cage Gang War because Luke Cage was in it. What? Really? Luke is struggling with a spider bot enhanced with Luke Cage. The dude who gets stronger literally every damn day. That's what we're doing. He's still on street level. And him and Danny bickering like they husband and wife as opposed to him and his wife. And we're going to use him and Danny bickering to point out that he married. Where's the baby? Where was the hugs and kisses from the missus to the mister? All she doing is sniping up. No, stop. Good. Night Thrasher, and I don't even want to talk about the artwork in either one of them series. I got Night Thrasher. I'm so glad I got him at the house. I'm so glad DC putting respect on black people's name, especially Mr. Terrific. I just want to see Bronze Tiger finally get a new figure and possibly, yeah, you're there. That look like somebody paying attention. I look, maybe we need to tweet that. Hey, can we get Bronze Tiger? Mattel getting ready to take over the license. Hey, Todd McFarlane, you want to drop us a Bronze Tiger action figure real quick? I'm putting three terrific. Sound like Disney continue what was established with Hercules. Fact, now we respect the lore comment. Yeah, now we respect the lore. Yeah, I would still keep my expectations low with DC. DC can easily turn into Marvel. You right. And when they do, if they do, like I said, DC had me with Green Lantern War Journal. We got Green Lantern Corps, and Green Lantern Corps has to be the blackest, brownest title that's out there right now. Gave me Shadow Cabinet. Shout out once again to Mr. Joseph Illich for that one. Mr. Terrific plays a role in Justice League Unlimited. They ain't limiting him there. They just gave me Black Lightning, an excellent 5-issue series and everything like that. We got Power Re-Energized coming down the pipe. I see it. And we do have Mario Ayadele's comic book coming out tomorrow and everything like that. So to your point, I got DC. I got some independent stuff. Look like that's where we're gonna be at. And I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. That give me more time to work on some custom action figures at the house customers. White Tiger was walking around like he neighborhood. Yeah, I did that. They ain't give no thought to my dog at all. Matter of fact, I take that back. Hall monster people. Listen, I love them dudes. I want to thank them for keeping the main thing, which is being funny. Thank you. When so many people want to just keep hitting that drama thing, I want to thank the brothers and sisters out there who don't feel compelled to do that. Keep the comedy. Folks need that. Laughing makes you look younger as you get older and everything like that. Folks such as Big Jaw, Sade, who I want to say somebody else, but I can't. not that I don't want to, I just can't, because he changed up the stuff that he was putting on the channel. It ain't funny no more. But shout out to all y'all, man. Monique, Daphne Springs, and everything like that. Yeah, man, y'all keep the brother laughing. Adult anime is better. Dodge the kid stuff. Gotcha. Naruto does have black character, but they show up later in the run. One gets to train. Okay, you got to put me up on game on that one. Tell me where to go. As far as black experience, anime doesn't really do that. I was trying to, for anime to resonate with me, I need black leads that are not children. I'm Lord of DC because of Dr. Miss, Black Lightning, Blood. Yeah. Come on now, share yourself. Dr. Miss, Black Lightning, Blood, Wind, and Vixen need a book, and Marvel's second Black Panther story. I'm out there. You know what? I ain't gonna tell them what to do no more. I ain't even got it. You whatever you want to do, God bless you. See? They know what's best. They know what's best. They doing right. And I'm saying it like this. Well, there's no way, and I'm gonna be clear when I say this. At this age that I am, being aware of what I'm aware of, I interact with y'all, y'all interact with me. There's no way in the hell I'm coming on board writing anything and that dude is not there. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna attach my name to that. Oh no, I'm not even finna use my pseudonym for that. Oh, you cannot get me to put my name on that at all, because I'm asking myself, who are you as a writer? Forget your ethnicity, forget your gender. Who are you as a writer to not be aware of what Black Panther fans have been pissed off about since it was announced the character was being deleted? You as a writer, what are you not knowing in 2024, 2025 that Black Panther comic book fans weren't pissed off about in regards to J.R. run? I'm saying that because you got black writers that laughed at his run. So how are you as a writer coming in 2025 and you finna attach your name to any Black Panther related project and the titular character ain't there, let alone saying the character was deleted? There's some tone deafness going on. There's a feeling of superiority there, because clearly the fans don't know what they want. No, the writer and the executive feel like they know what's best. Okay, all right. I ain't finna argue with you. Zandale Randolph been an Invincible for 2 seasons, hasn't showed his amazing yet. Damn show ain't. damn show ain't. And I be sitting there like, because I know, and maybe it's just me, and I'm trying to watch me. I got excited when I saw there was a black dude floating around and everything. He's strong and everything like that. But then I keep looking at, YouTube videos where people be talking about the episodes and everything like that. I don't really see my boy. And so I'm like, okay, well, I get it. I know his backstory. Got a twin. Twin wanted to be the superhero. Right. Twin wanted to be the superhero. Did some experiments. Twin passed away, right, because of the experiment. So he take on his twin's identity and everything like that. Later confess it to his mom and dad, and his girlfriend lose her damn mind. Lord Jesus have mercy. That's a crash out for real. But they ain't seen it. Well, I just love when a day one crew sticks together. Bringing your boys with you to the top is kind of everyone's goal. So I appreciate that. Yeah, bro, that's what that is. That's what that is. Anime is. I want to. Like, I want to enjoy it. I would be lying if I told y'all I didn't like One Punch Man. I love me some One Punch Man. I do. I just I was this old when I found out the dude that looked like a brother ain't really a brother, but now because folks was complaining about his characterization, he actually is a brother now. But I didn't know he was a brother before. Well, I didn't know he wasn't a brother. I just assumed based on how they. But never mind. I go far as back as Gigantor. You said something with that one. You said something with that one. Remember the spaceships that turned into robots? Was it Goldar back in the day? Damn, you went back. Anyway, so I'm gonna summarize this and get on up out of here. There's a difference between deconstructing a character and destroying a character's legacy. And the quickest way to destroy that character's legacy is stop telling stories about them. That's no different than the quickest way to destroy a man's legacy is to stop telling stories about that man. Well, we don't really talk about that man like that, like what he meant, what he stood for. And what he stood for is his legacy. It's not enough just to say he was a talented actor. It ain't enough just to say he played the role of Black Panther. No, his legacy is more than that. And who do we say? Who do we see continuing that legacy? Not just the legacy of being the premier Black actor in the MCU. No, who is carrying the legacy of being concerned about all of my brothers and sisters? Who's doing that? Who's carrying the legacy of T'Challa? Or is the legacy being tarnished, being destroyed? But as we look at that thumbnail, we could ask that question about all them characters. Luke Cage, Misty Knight. What is Starling other than the Vulture's granddaughter and Miles Morales' girlfriend? Who is Sam Wilson, besides being somebody who was inspired by Steve Rogers? Where's Lamar Hoskins? Live action, comic book. Why was he created to play second fiddle to John Walker? And why did it take a brother coming in saying, that ain't right? But they listened then. They did. In many ways that they, for whatever reason, are failing to listen right now. Well, I've invested a lot over the years, decades, into Marvel Comics. I have. The MCU, I have. I can't tell you I regret it. Because like I said, I learned how to read like that. I did. And I learned to stand up for truth, justice, and the American way. I learned that in brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. I learned all that. I learned to stand up for something. I learned that it's better to save a life than to take a life. So I don't regret it. But there comes a time when enough's enough. And I believe in letting people be great. I do. And so it won't be me posting any more videos talking about what Marvel Comics isn't doing, because I won't be able to talk about it. So editors at Marvel don't have to worry about hearing about me anymore from me. Writers from Marvel, regardless, one way or the other, I won't be able to talk about it. And that's all right. I will catch up with y'all on the other projects that y'all put out, whether it be independent titles, be some titles at DC, to DC Comics. I like what you got going on. I do. Could it be better? Yeah, it absolutely could be. But I believe that if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. And if you don't let folks know where you draw the line, they'll keep overstepping. Well, that ain't what we do in my house. We don't let folks keep overstepping boundaries in my home. So you're not gonna get to overstep boundaries like that, point blank, period. Like I said, that's me. What we all choose to do individually is what we choose to do. This is not an official stance on behalf of the Rock With Me Nation. No, you do what you do. But just as we're not going to make anybody feel bad for continuing to fraternize with Marvel, you shouldn't feel compelled to chastise somebody for not supporting Marvel. It is what that is. Everybody can make their own decision and be great. That is what that is. Like I said, to the brothers and sisters that's working over there at Marvel and everything, man, God bless y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all on y'all other stuff. That's what that is. One of these brothers got some work coming out tomorrow. I'm gonna get that. I wish I could have stuck around to see what was gonna happen with Aurora and T'Challa, but I wish I could have. Jed McKay, wish I could have stuck around with the Avengers and everything like that. To Brian Hill, hey, the work you've done over there at Marvel and everything, hey, what you got going on? I wanted to stick around and see what was going on with Ultimate Black Panther. You got the vibranium alive and everything like that, man. You doing your stuff. But I gotta do what I gotta do. So that said, I'm out. We got Robotech and Voltron. I'm out. This is a woke video. This is a woke video. So yeah, take from that what you will. But just know we've done stuff like this before. And folks have had to take notice when we've done it. So I don't let nobody tell you, oh, it can't be done. Or one no. Historically speaking, we've shown that to be different. So it is what it is. I'm out. Thank y'all so much. This has been not just a blast, but a blessing, a cleansing, a releasing of sorts. And I don't want to keep doing videos like this either. I want to come back and talk about some stuff that we get excited about. I don't like the woe is me videos and everything. That's another reason why I can't be doing this. So till then, like, share, subscribe. If you stuck around this long and you ain't subscribed, I'm thinking you might have liked some stuff. You might have liked some stuff. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. And if you feel moved by what I said, share the video. Share the video. We're still running the 1300. Still running the 1300. We out. Thank y'all. In the memory of the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. Till next time, which should be tomorrow, we got What a Week It Was Wednesday. Go check out Grand Madam's live on her channel and my brother D Real's Black Panther breakdown on his channel. I wish each and every last one of y'all love, peace, and so